how to change several dispute reasons at once. Well, I am going to explain in this lesson how to do that, how to change several dispute reasons at once, and actually how to do it manually, how to do it one by one, and several ways to do it. So kind of a complete lesson on how to manage the dispute reasons. As you know probably already, the dispute reasons are linked to the type. Okay, so this inquiry here has a different reason that this late payment, for example, or this collection. Okay, but in some cases, you want to change all the inquiry reasons. Well, or all the late payments reasons for a particular client. Or you want to change a particular reason only. Okay, so I'm going to cover all the different options. To edit a particular reason only, one reason and one reason only, you can, first of all, click on Show Hide Icons. And then here, you see an icon to edit the reason, okay? So if we want to write our own dispute reason, we can click on it and simply write it here, as you can see, okay? And say okay, and that will be that. Now, it's also possible that I want the reason that I did in all inquiry, for example, all inquiries with the same reason. Or maybe I want another reason from the selection, from the pull-down menu. Okay, like for example, I never had an account with this creditor, for example, and I want all of them. Okay, well, if that is the case, that I change one or I want to select from the menu, notice that when I click here, the ones that are shown are only for inquiries, so are not the ones for collections, which could be different options. Okay, so that's very powerful approach to everything. So so let's say that I want to change. So the ones for the inquiries, all of them, instead of doing it one by one, which would be pretty, cumbersome, lengthy at least, I want to first select all the inquiries here. To do that, we can have the icons shown by clicking again. You see, I hide the icons, show the icons. So I can select all the icons by clicking the blue arrow. That would be pretty simple. Okay, gonna do it. Just clicking on any of them, I will select all the inquiries here. Or I'm gonna select all, so I can give you an option whether I have the icons on or off. Whether I have the icons on or off, I can still go to select disputes up here, select inquiries here, and select from all. I can also select from selected, expand, omit. I can do several things, but I'm gonna do select. So two identical results, but one could be simpler than the other. If I like, I could put the icons and click. That's it. Now, same thing with this R. This R might disappear, and to show it back, you need to click the show and hide icon. Okay, but now we have the R for easy understanding right now of the technique. And the technique is very simple. You can read it here. I'm going to replace everything, all the reasons selected, which in this case, presumably, we want to have the same type. It could be different types, but really it's going to work only for the type selected to avoid potential errors. And the first one is the one that is going to prevail. So either if I edit this reason manually, like we saw before, right? By clicking this edit button, I can change it, or yeah, or maybe if I selected that reason from the pull-down menu, the first one is the one that is going to prevail and is going to be copied down here. So I'm going to click replace the R. Are you sure you want to replace the new a new status, because it could be some status to do or status new from new inquiries, for example, from the dispute reason from the first dispute, the first record, first dispute. I click OK, and then you see all the reasons changed to the first one. So that's one important thing and very easy to do. Now, let's say that I like this reason and I want to have this reason by default always. So instead of doing this process each and every time, I can do it automatically. And I'm going to prove that. So this is the one I want. For example, I have never had an account with this creditor. Please remove. Okay. So in the selection lists here, okay, I'm going to go to dispute reasons. And I'm going to look for inquiry. Okay. I'm going to do a search. And I can see different A, B, and C, and CR, which means for the creditor. In this case, it's empty. And but I have several. Which one is the one that is going to be automatic? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. So the one that now is the default is the one that ends with a 1. You see this one. The third one, which, by the way, all these that you see here, like a don't or do not, recall, remember, requesting, is because we have a spinner system that spawned the response when it's printed to have unique responses. And you can do more spinning for the dispute reasons as well as for the letters, making it unique automatically. Okay, but the important thing now is that the one at the end is the one that indicates the system with double square brackets, and that indicates that that is going to be the default. So if I change, I click here, the blue icon, and delete. Well, in this case, I'm going to cut. Easy for me. Okay, so I'm going to fix that. All right, I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna put the other one that I said that I wanted. This one, never had an account. Well, maybe actually this one could be better. It's only an example, but just to prove my point. So I'm gonna edit and add this one, which is gonna be deleted automatically. I'm gonna put it at the end. So now this one is gonna be the default. Okay. But when is going to show up? Well, it's going to show up when I'm importing a new credit report, correct? So in this case, if I would do a change disputes, yeah, it will refresh and it will do it also. Or if I'm importing a new report, the default is going to be I never had or never asked for an inquiry to this. Never requested an inquiry. To be honest, I don't remember what was it. I never requested an inquiry from the following creditor. Actually, creditor could be nicer here, the word creditor. So I'm gonna change it. Yes, if I can improve it so easily that this one. On the floor on creditor. That's it. Okay, so to prove my point, I'm going to pretty much select everything here. I'm going to delete the whole thing. Okay, delete selected. be careful because you can delete everything. You have everything selected. Okay, so always prefer to use delete marked, that you can mark the ones you want. But in this case, since it is a test, okay, and now I'm gonna select. Again. Well, I don't have to select. I have automatically these ones as the ones, right? Okay, so that's it. I did it. And if I want to change it, again, I'm going to do it just for practice. I'm going to change it for more than 2 years, for example. If that is the case, I can replace all the inquiries just by doing like this, replace. Okay, notice that despite that I had everything selected, right? Everything selected, only the inquiries, because this is the one that was at the first one here at the top, were the ones that were changed. So it didn't change, for example, the late payment or the collection, etc. All right, so that is important, and that's it. Pretty easy. Enjoy it. Thank you.